occurs, every month or so. This crack, it started a small crack, and you can see where it's starting to rise, and it runs completely across.
And what room is this?
This is in the, you see it here? It comes all the way across to here. With the issues with the rain and with the leakage of the roof, one of the things that causes is it interrupts instruction. Because in every case where it rains and the rooms start to flood, the plant services has to be called, the teachers have to move the desk, and it interrupts instruction. So that is something that causes a lot of concern for all of us.
It was silly to keep replacing the tile. So when it rains, what happens?
We put buckets here.
Okay.
And what's happening here with the tape right there, it's an opening there.
Right.
Because of what's going on underneath the ground, it's causing a separation in the frame.
You can see it right here. Okay.
What do you say the tape is doing?
Totally open.
It's causing a separation in the frame, in the window framing, so we have to put the tape up.
Here, we keep repairing this area here, and as you can see, the leaks of coming through the ceiling tiles, and the wall has cracks in it here. If you can see the cracks.
Ma'am, if you had a new space to work in, do you think that would help your ability to educate the students?
If I what? If I have a...
If you had a new classroom or a new school, do you think that would lift the spirits of the students and help you able to teach better, or do you think...
The other room, but they call itself patching this up. Right. We waiting to see, but right here, you can see the drop.
Well, the student needs to be, light. They need to have of heat. They need to have cold. So they need to be comfortable to be able to be learning. So a good idea of a good building, yes, it will be a good idea because we have a big problem. This building is shrinking, so it's different. There's a difference between wanting a school as opposed to we need a school.
According to the engineers, it's not at a point at this point with the issues with the soil underneath. It's not at a point at this point where students are in any kind of jeopardy in terms of safety. But we can see where the soundness of the foundation is being compromised in places like the gym and the chorus room and the auditorium, because the floor is actually separating from the wall in many cases, in some cases as much as a couple of inches or so. So that of course causes a lot of concern. You can see the floor over here. And look here. This is Mark, this is where you can see the floor on this side. It's actually separating a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's like about an inch gap.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you'll look here, you can also see where the floor is separated here. And this has been repaired about 4 or 5 times. If you look, where is it? If you look here,
Yeah.
this wall is actually separated. That's about an inch wide. That
More than
crack
that, yeah.
is a little over an inch wide.
Yeah.
And the insurance adjuster has actually come out and put that device there, and it's supposed to measure how wide the crack is.
No, it hasn't started. Look at the floor.
Okay.
How you guys doing? They came in 5 years ago and made that even. Look, one side is up higher than the other.
It's already sinking. That's where they filled the Jackson floor up here.
Well, this was kind of the condition when I came in, and then when I came about 5 years ago, they came and lifted everything up and redid this whole back of the room, and including the closet, and everything's back to ill repair again.
Having a new building, how do you think that would help the way you can teach and the learning?
Well, hopefully they'll make the rooms bigger so I could have more room to do differentiated learning and a lot of grouping. Because it's kind of hard. You see how I have all these desks in here, and it's really hard to do all that when you have 30 students and one teacher and trying to move around. Beginning of last year, whatever happened here, it moved so bad that Mr. Patrick had to come and shave my door so that I can shut the door again. And on this side of the cabinet, I know it looks like there's heavy stuff up here, but the cabinets are leaning this way now. Where they were, when they had redone the room, they had put the cabinets back up straight. So, the roof is leaking.
It's breaking down. according to the engineers, what's happening is underneath the ground, the school was built on what they call plastic soil. And evidently, depending on what's going on with the moisture of the soil, whether it's dry or whether it's wet, it causes it causes the soil to either contract or separate. And when that happens, it causes the cracks up top in the building. We have several issues where the door frames are actually thrown off balance because of what's going on underneath. Let's show the outside where the cracks are outside.
Has there ever been any issues with anything falling on?
You see how it continues to move from the wall
Yeah.
in right there?
I think because if you look at a lot of the rooms in the school, because of the shapes of the room, they're almost shaped in a triangular form. It's not really conducive to the standards-based classrooms that we're trying to educate kids in today. It's not really conducive towards that. The kids are, in some cases, packed 36, 37 kids in one classroom, and it's really difficult to maneuver and do some of the lab activities that we have to do in a classroom because of the shapes and the makeup of the classroom.
Does it affect your learning?
I mean, if the roof leaking and you hear the drip, for me, I have to pay attention very easy. So, of course, I'm gonna get off track hearing that leaking and everything. You see what I'm saying?
Does the roof leak in here?
No, it's in Miss Thomas' room.
No, it does. I have a couple of spots.
Yeah, it's in Miss Thomas' room.
Leak spots here too.
What's your
And
name?
then, like, somebody hit the wall just like that, and the wall just sunk in like that. It's over there by the gym. You have to see it, but it's sad though.
Okay.
It's sad.
I'm sure just like even just psychologically as students and teachers, given a new fresh, clean environment, that everyone would be happier to teach, learn, and thrive probably.
Absolutely. Your environment, I mean, research shows that your environment and how you feel about where you are. And that's actually one of the things that we focus on. We focus on having an environment, we call it conducive to learning, where kids walk in, they feel welcome, they feel safe. So that absolutely contributes to how kids learn, how people feel, the morale of the school, the morale of the teachers. So absolutely that plays a role.
When you're a junior.
When I was a junior,
You are a junior.
no, I'm a sophomore now.
Or a sophomore. So if they build a new school, well,
I'll be the first to graduate in it, I guess. That's what they told me. That's what they told me when they was gonna be in there. So I'll be the first.
how exciting would that be?
It'll be all right, to smell new paint, be better than Carver. It'll be better than Carver, I'll be all right.
The building is kind of confusing, isn't it?
You said what now?